right. About to be live here on both platforms. So should be able to see charts, should be able to hear me. All right, we do have about 10 minutes until the close. So we'll see if anything changes. We ended up getting a more kind of narrow range day today. So this is actually more what I expected on Friday. But we'll talk about what to expect the rest of the week here. Let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for May 31st, 2022. Q's down 0.32, or sorry, Q's up 0.13, SPY down 0.3, and then IWM down about 1.3. Okay. Coming into today, remaining bullish, although we did get a run up into resistance. So right now what I'm watching for is the daily sell setup. Okay. So what the daily sell setup could look like, we could get it as early as tomorrow morning, in fact, is that we have now multiple bars up, a series of higher lows, and then a break underneath a previous bar's higher low. So what does that look like? Previously we had one there. This is kind of similar to what we had, which is that the move up was more bullish than we would have expected in the downtrend that we were in. Here's another example, and here's two more examples. One there, run up to the kind of flattish declining 20 MA, and then there's another run up, right? So once we break below the previous bar's low, that triggers the sell setup. So we would have to break underneath. Okay, and so we want to see, does that lead us back down to the lows? Okay, does this downtrend continue? Now, we've had a pretty good attempt at challenging that downtrend here on the daily. You see the 20 MA is broken, the hourly has gone into an uptrend. So it's possible that we could trigger the sell setup when we fail, in which case that's pretty bullish for the market. One other thing to note here, today being the last day of May, we do have the monthly bar finishing. So the monthly bar setting up a bit of a reversal bar here. Well, what is it reversing? Maybe the failure that it just had in this drop. So that will be something to watch out for. But as of right now, just going to be watching this daily. Daily, is this sell setup going to follow through? Because of the extent at which it rallied, may not follow through right away. But we'll know once it triggers. Basically, we'll know if it failed or not, because if it stays below 311.33, let's just say if it triggers tomorrow, then we will stay bearish. And then if it takes that out, then no longer bearish. Okay. All right. So market bias going in. So to keep it simple, neutral until we break below today's low. If we move up some more tomorrow, that'll be quite a few days up in a row into some resistance. It'll be hard to be bullish, especially timing wise, even if we move up a little bit more tomorrow. Okay. All right, let's go over the plays from today. We'll do them kind of in order here. Grab right off the bat. If you played the grab with me, looks like grab's popping again here. It was just a level 2 play. Even before the 1 minute finished forming, had a nice pop, and then continued, and then a second one here. So those were the first 2 plays for me, grab. So if you were in the room with me, called those out, and then kind of took some time before I found another play. I remember saying a couple times, as the morning was going on, grabs, 2 plays on the grab so far. That's all I've done. Still trying to find more to do. But I did miss some things. There's a really pretty buy setup here on the UL. That's a nice buy setup. It is an ADR, but today gapping up and putting in a lot of volume. So these are the kind of days where you want to play ADR. So I missed that, UL. Sammy also had a nice play on the EDU this morning as that was breaking out. So that was good. So if you followed his call on that, that was pretty nice. And had a second pop here into the afternoon that made new highs. Did pull in after that, but I think it already hit target 1. Just with that first pop. But the play for me that was the biggest was the OTLK. And so the OTLK was just a level 2 play. Here it was. Nice base here. Actually, 2 people mentioned it. The first time it was mentioned, I got it confused with the ONCT, so I kind of looked at the wrong symbol. Then another person mentioned it, so then I actually stopped to look at it. So I actually got it a penny late, but that was really nice. All the way up to 122, didn't take out the bid until it broke 121. So really, really nice. The entry was actually over 101. So 21 cents there without taking out the bid. And you're only risking a penny. And if you can add to it, makes it even nicer. So that was really nice. I did try shorting this as well. The first time I tried shorting right here, and then it went right back up. So that didn't work. And then this time, the second time I tried it, it did work. So that was okay. I don't really like the shorts quite as much. We know that the momentum is to the upside and also to the downside. Usually the moves are not quite as smooth because, it's already had such an upward momentum. You can see that, it eventually did want to bounce and still close strong, but I liked this a lot. So that was really, really good on the OTLK. And then since then, OTLK, the level 2 actually got a little trickier. Kind of got a little bit more misleading. So that was the OTLK. But nothing really too different than what we've had the last couple days, Hughes and SPY. But we'll see. We may get a little bit of a change here if we do trigger that daily sell setup. Okay, we may see the environment change a little bit, especially if that sell setup triggers the next leg lower. Okay, and that's what we'll be watching for. All right. Hope you did well today. Hope you had a nice long weekend, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Have a good one.